Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey dude, should we have some news? Couple squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, yes! Hello, and welcome to the AAA meeting, where one of the A's means ampersand, and it's Monday, my dudes! Which means your host is your least favourite drunken uncle. It's me! Drunken Uncle, and I'm joined, as always, by my colonial co-hosts and collaborators, my patriotic pal, as Sinatra says.
Yo.
And Pete to the Dubs, it's Polydub.
How's it going, Auntie Millie?
Oh, you remembered, I'm trans!
No, I do remember.
Oh, thank you. Man, you validated my existence. I got gender euphoria. And
gender euphoria.
It's lovely, just plain lovely. Thank you very much for that. Oh, man, I ran with that over the weekend. It was a long couple of days at the pub. Every time
Doesn't sound like you at all.
No, well, no. I mean, hey, it was St. George's Day, so
you actually celebrated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since you said to me, and that was a while ago, Polly. You said, "How come?" You don't celebrate St. George's Day with the same vim as people celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And I thought, you know what? You're right, motherfucker. You're right. So I did. I made an effort.
July, right? I'm like, do it big. What the hell?
Yeah. And that's I was wishing people a happy St. George's Day. They're like, oh, is it? Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah. Happy St. George's
Day.
Is it? Yeah. Well, a lot of them didn't know. I mean, the pub I go to, it was Wetherspoons, and they did have posters up saying, St. George's Day, and it had the price of drinks, because it is a business after all. And I think they had a picture, it was a straight-up screenshot from Game of Thrones. Excuse me. And, it was good, but then people going around, oh, happy St. George's. Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Millard. Sorry, Millie. I was a prick about it this week. I'm trans now, by the way. And they went, oh, are you really? Like, you don't look very trans. And I went, hey.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's a fucking hate crime. You prick.
And you're in the UK. That's jail, man.
Yeah, it's jail. And I spat in their face, and it turns out that was a hate crime as well, because he was Chinese. So how was your weekend, Polly?
It was good. You know what I ended up doing? I went down a musical rabbit hole, actually.
Okay.
All right. Trying to understand why certain hip-hop producers felt attracted to tracks that were well outside of like soul and funk and hip-hop to sample from. Tracks have been sampled over and over again. I'm like, I'm gonna go listen to some of these. Three Dog Night is not bad. I get it. Of all things, producers are extremely. It's like a easy listening Texas rock group from the 70s.
Right, sold. If that's the perfect way of getting my interest, right?
That's good. I'm like, okay, Three Dog Night, Old Fashioned Love Song. I've seen that as a sampling listing again and again and again. I'm gonna go listen to this track, and in playing it, you hear like 7, 8, 9 different hip hop tracks that you can think of, if you know what I mean, because it's been sampled, and it's. I get it. I get why the original track attracted so much attention. Early Black Sabbath too. Listen to a bunch of that. Really attracted a lot of hip-hop producers.
Who was sampling Black Sabbath?
Who? Little John was. Pete Rock. Dre even sampled it for an unreleased album, Dr. Dre.
Busta Rhymes did, too.
Did he?
Really?
Right. Yeah. Tony D, who's a producer for, like...
What song was it, then?
From Busta Rhymes?
Songs?
I don't know.
No, well, I mean, what's Black Sabbath? What songs, I guess? And which particular part? Was it just fucking on a board? That was it.
If you give me a minute, I could go find out. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head right now what, because like I said, it was a rabbit hole I went down, right? And then just started clicking on different shit. I ended up listening to My Chemical Romance and understanding the deep suckage going on there. I
mean,
listening to like when I hit My Chemical Romance, because I'm like, I have heard the reputation, the emo reputation that My Chemical Romance has, but I can't ever recall ever actually hearing a song before. So it's like, okay, let's see if this emo reputation they developed, at least I've heard of online, is valid. Yeah, it's valid. But you know what came up immediately was Rage Against the Machine in the YouTube recommends. I'm like, yeah, of course I've heard Rage Against the Machine, but let me listen to it again. Yeah, I'm like, let me just listen to Killing in the Name of, but listen to it fresh, you know. Right. And I'm like, and then I listen to another track, and then another one, and I'm like, musically, I get it. Like, especially if you're into heavy drums, loud guitars. Yeah, it's there. I get it. I appreciate it.
And communism.
But Zach De La Rocha and his lyrics, man. It's like, did you deliberately intend to write songs towards angry 14 or 15-year-olds? Or are you yourself arrested as an angry 14 or 15-year-old?
It was a big market.
They went from Rage Against the Machine, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me to, fuck you, you better do what they tell you.
Yeah, it was
yes,
Rage Against the Machine to The Machine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, who's they, guys? And, you know, Tommy Rock.
The man.
Carries me so far, right? Exactly, the man.
I'll tell you, those are some rich communists. Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, exactly.
They've done quite well, haven't they, really?
It's like a Hassan Piker thing. So let me explain to you from my mansion why wealth should be distributed. Just not mine, yours.
Yeah, corporate wealth, not my wealth.
Yeah.
Our wealth.
Billionaire out there, you know. Pull in Elizabeth Warren. It's like anyone who has over $138 million, is that because you and your husband's combined wealth is $137 million? It just...
Burn. We had Janeway's coffee habit through $3 for the Ricky Spanish. Very nice. So, do you think the reason Alyssa Milano would have sex with farm animals, fucking hell, is because she wants to be with something hairier than her? Can you believe people used to jerk it to her? I know the name. What would I know
Alyssa
Alyssa?
Milano?
Yeah. What would I know her from?
Well, few things besides her
Name 6.
current activism. I can't. That's what I meant by few. That's
name one.
Twinkle
Charmed?
or whatever. Charmed. That's
there you go. Okay. Right, yeah.
Twinkle, Charmed, whatever.
Twinkle. You went Twinkle.
And then what was that? Who's the Boss or whatever? Like a million years ago. It was like an 80s sitcom.
I never saw that. Who was the boss?
Wasn't it Tony Danza?
Yeah, it was Tony Danza.
I thought that was a song by Elton John.
No,
I ended up listening to some Elton John too.
Is that Tiny Dancer?
Yeah, that song annoys me.
Yeah, well, most Elton John songs do for me. Not a fan.
Really? Good. I'm glad you didn't get protectively British there because you kind of annoyed me.
I don't like the Doors. They have like 2 good songs, or the Beatles. The Beatles fucking sucked, and we just have to be honest about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Beatles.
No, you don't.
There's lots of great British rock groups. The Beatles are not one of them.
Black Sabbath?
No.
You don't enjoy the Beatles. You just have to like them because you're British. It's like ingrained in your fucking DNA.
I would be jailed. Yeah, it's fair. It's not ingrained in the DNA. If we did have a constitution, that would be in it.
The fucking.
But when you got the Who to listen to, why would you listen to the Beatles? Like if you want to go British rock. I mean, the Who are unfucking believable. Like when somebody first turned me on to blues rock when I was well into my fucking 20s, it was an amazing thing.
Yeah. So you went from the Beatles to the Who, and now you won't be fooled again.
Well, I found out about all these things like after the fact. It was a weird experience hearing Pink Floyd for the first time. See, I was under the impression Pink Floyd was like heavy duty industrial metal. I don't know why. I just thought that.
Yeah, why would you? How on earth? I know you just said I don't know why, but explain yourself.
Because The Wall, right? You got this screaming painted dude who's yelling at a wall or something, and there was some.
That's just Saturday night outside of Weatherspoons over here.
A man having a breakdown and screaming in pain. I remember hearing this track, and I'm thinking that's unbelievable. It's kind of like acoustic. It's even got like a funk edge to it. Blah 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 blah. I went and asked the guy whose MP3 player it was, and I said, "What was that track that was just playing?" He said that was Pink Floyd.
Did he look at you like disgusted? You know?
The single best band that has ever existed.
You think
Hands
so?
down my
Yeah.
favorite, not even close.
Huh. Okay.
I
And
mean,
I still remember the day. It was my favorite track of theirs, "Shine On You Crazy Diamond." Incredible song.
The full 2-part track that's top 5 songs for me.
but then they also came out with, "I've got a bike, you can ride it if you like." Like, you know, they're not all
Zed
hits.
Girl's right. Yeah. Alyssa
Yeah, we
Milano
can-
in Commando. Yeah, that's right. She was
we
the
can
kidnap
just-
victim.
We could just pretend that Animal Mother, that whole album didn't exist, or Animals, sorry, that whole album didn't exist. I'd be fine with that.
There's a lot of things that I pretend don't exist. The live-action Last Airbender, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
All of Star Trek after Enterprise. Yeah, I agree.
Not all of it. I like the Lower Decks. Yahoo! And Polly, I don't know your problem with Star Trek: The Lower Decks, mate. It is brilliant. You know, what they're going through a debris field. It's stellar debris, and in order to get through it, because it was the hole was attracting the stellar debris, so they removed the outer hole so they could get through it, which is the most Star Trek thing I've ever seen.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Go ahead and grab that, dude.
Darth Mando, thank you for the $5. Again, no noir bar. I miss my weekend bar scene, lol. Also, sin last Tucker Tuesday. I tried to donate to you, but it said only ships to U.S. Well,
Where
yeah,
were
what's your
you,
problem
man?
There. Yeah.
What? Can someone throw a test dollar? I don't understand.
Oh,
Were you ordering
cheeky.
shipping to Kuala Lumpur again? That's going to get the NSA looking into you.
It's Kuala Lumpur. I mean,
Kuala
over
Lumpur. It's a city in
Kuala Lumpur?
That's the one.
It's one word.
Yeah.
Kuala Lumpur.
They're Dr. Seuss antagonists. It's fine.
Dr. Zeus. You turned Steve Day for $1.99. He said, "Whoa, I'm late. Wow. Does that make me questionable and bi-curious? Nah, that makes the chat mostly shit. The fuck is that ratio? Smash the like button or get smashed. Not in the good way. Dipshits." Steve Dave has moved on from fuckers to dipshits now. He's evolving like one of the original Pokemon. And when I say the original, I mean the only Pokemon. Thank you, Steve Dave and Janeway's Coffee Habit and Mr. Walrus. There you go. Through $3 for the Ricky Spanish that says, "The Beatles have one good song. I Am the Walrus. Goo Goo Gajoob." I do like...
Yeah.
That's the thing. That was when they went, oh, do you know what? We could fucking release any old thing and it would still hit number one. Even if
I
it
was
didn't
listening to
make
that
sense.
fucking Yellow Submarine the other day that was playing in a place I was in, and I was like, good God. Like, it's not just the lyrics are meaningless. It's the,
Yeah.
we're all living. That's like saying you audience members are retards. That's what
Yeah.
I feel. It's like big fucking owning of
It's
the
like,
audience.
they'll listen to anything. We ain't even got to put the effort. Everyone take 5. Let's play Yellow Submarine. Have a smoke.
Ringo to write a song. What do you got?
Fucking Ringo.
Ringo Starr.
But to answer the
We're
question,
looking
no,
at
I
sea
didn't.
otters. 6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at sea otters.
Well, it's working. I'm not sure what issue you had there.
Uh.
Thank you, Valine. Hear a Brit that redeems them. Also, Painted Black is one of the Rolling Stones. The sitar.
Yeah.
Oh, the sitar is an underused instrument.
It's got a nice sound. It's a very clean, stringy sound.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't think it's underused. I think it's used the perfect amount.
Yeah. Which is...
Who needs
which
a
is not
test
very-
down? No, that was me, but I think we got it squared away.
I'll take a test down now. I don't give a shit. Sin, how are you, dude? How was your weekend?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
Oh, is that the end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not much to say.
Right, yeah, no. Well, I mean, clearly. Well, I got posed an interesting question, Sin, and you being a fan of the excellent series Supernatural, you might be able to help me out with this. If a vampire is also a policeman, and he has a warrant to enter your property, do you have to invite him in?
I don't think that the vampire being invited in thing is real in any...
Whereas vampires are.
Lore, yeah.
Of course, it's real in lore. I mean, Bram Stoker, you got to invite the fucking. You have to invite him in. It
Wasn't like that in The
lore.
Witcher, and it wasn't like that in. I said it's the only redeemable song. I said that, didn't I?
Who's he talking to?
Valine. No, I don't think it's like that in any of the lore that actually matters, like The Witcher, Supernatural, any of that stuff.
You saying Bram Stoker?
But I
is
also
lore that
don't
doesn't
think
matter.
a cop. I don't think a vampire would be a cop. And moreover, I don't think that the warrant supersedes the inability to enter a home.
What if you had a welcome mat?
Bram Stoker made up a lot of the vampire lore. Yeah, no, that one just doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, but all vampire lore is made up somewhere along the line. It's
No,
not like
I
it's
think that
based
something like
on
that was
truth.
something like that was real at some point.
I love lore like that. Limitations. Most lore is just you're superpowered, you're superpowered, you're super. I like limitations on superpower beings. Like, you need to invite them in. That's a good one.
It's
That's
a great one. One of my favorites, which doesn't get done anymore, is that they can't cross running water.
Yeah. I don't know where the hell that happened or what, like, version of vampirism that it occurred in, but I've heard it, and that's a good one. I like
That's
that
some
idea.
old school shit. One of the best vampire books ever was I Am Legend, in my opinion. I genuinely loved that book. The films can go suck a fuck, but the book was fucking brilliant. It's just this blue-collar man, and he's the last person on Earth, and everyone else is a vampire, and he's working out how they work. Why is it's only a wooden stake that can kill them? Well, because it turns out their skin gets all really quite elasticated. So if you stab them with anything that isn't, doesn't let air in, then it'll just kind of like, if you stab them with a knife, then it'll around the knife. But because the wood is not the wood, the wood isn't porous. That's sponges, isn't it? But it's got little bits where the air can get through. That's how they get fucked. Why can't they see themselves in the mirror? Hysterical blindness. It was an excellent book. Also one of the best because he was, I think he was a welder or something like that, and he got a sample of some vampire blood, and he went, right, brilliant. So then he got a microscope. And he went, brilliant. And then he went to the library and he got a book on blood. And then the next day he went, fuck, this isn't working. So he went back to the library and got a book on microscopes to work out how to use it. Fucking excellent book. That was one of those where I'm falling asleep, but I'm going, all right, one more chapter, one more. I was really fucking enjoying that. Joshua Montgomery says, doesn't garlic kill them? Not kill them, but it repels them. And that was down to the acidity of it, because garlic is so acidic that you can use it as a cleanser.
You did so by that theory,
Lemons would also
you could
work.
have lemons hanging around
Yeah.
your neck,
Or
Limes are a vampire repellent.
That's it. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. Now, also, right, because this is old school shit. How does it work, right? If I own a house, is it right? Come on, now we are talking mythology. If I own a house and I invite a vampire in, and he's like, "Oh, cheers, Millie," but then I sell the house to someone else, can the vampire still come in?
I think it's like by appointment.
Whoever invited them over, said, "Why don't you come over?" That's the one who has to actually invite them in physically when they arrive.
Yeah, and I think every time after that, maybe.
No. Once you invite a vampire in, they can come in anytime. That's why you never invite them in.
I think it works well with the seductive thing because it's they have a way of overcoming it, right?
Yeah.
Because they're sexy and seductive.
Charming
They're supposed to be
motherfuckers. Yeah.
Right. It's so they got to use them charms to get you to invite them in. And I'm okay with that. Polly's inner monologue. Thank you for the $1. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow. Wait. Who donated this? Well, they just made me call our audience fucking idiots through my voice. Okay, that got meta and weird.
Through my voice.
No, all jokes aside, I'll give Stephanie Meyer a little bit of credit. I had to sit through fucking all 5 the crystally vampire films.
There are 5?
Yeah, there are 5, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, part 4, 1, and 2. Good lord. And yeah. So, yeah, I sat through all of them, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I like this idea. They can't come out in the sun. Why is that? It's not because they'll melt. It's because they'll be seen as vampires, because they're gonna like sparkle in the light. So where do they live? Well, Forks, Washington, the day in the United States that has the least amount of sunny days of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scotland.
okay. I'll give you. So there'd be a lot of vampires, and everywhere is rainy. That's clever. That works.
Yeah.
It's not that they'll melt; it's that they'll be revealed. Nah, I don't think that they need to be revealed as sparkly. They could have been just like they're like hologrammy or glowy or something. You know?
Like hologrammy. Oh my god, we're not real. They have an
Well, whatever
existential
the fuck,
crisis. Oh shit.
Yeah, like the light would reflect off them in such a way they didn't need to like literally sparkle. Like, that was.
Yeah.
I remember when the then girl I was dating watching it with, and I was like, no, that's interesting. Why does that? Because you keep getting caught up in this lore. The point is the relationships, and I'm like, yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. More vampires, please. If it's a vampire movie, it's not a vampire movie, is it? It's a fucking romance movie that features vampires. I mean, look, because I watched the first one a long time ago. I was with a girl who, fucking. Sorry, I just got a text from Viper, for Christ's sake. I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. Is that the right one? Yes, it is, Viper. Type in chat like everyone else, for fuck's sake. Fucking texted me. The audacity. Yes, yeah, by all means, buy it. It's only a short book, but it's fucking excellent. Yeah, so I saw, because I've been living alone for so long that now if I've got someone else, if I'm in a bed with someone else, I can't really sleep very well because I'm not used to it. So I'd end up staying up a lot later than they would until I'm actually tired. And the only DVD they had was the fucking first Twilight. So I was like, all right, well I guess that's going on then. Oh boy, I fell asleep quickly then, didn't I? Fuck it hell. It's something that Night Owl just cannot do. Although there was one cool part of it where they found the vampire this killing other people because they got like a pact to summit, And this bitch just removes his head with his thighs.
What is a pack of vampires called?
A nest.
A coven.
That's witches, dude.
Isn't that witches?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but nonetheless. Yeah.
It's a nest.
Oh, it is a nest. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant in Twilight.
Oh, what? No, we're done talking about that.
Okay. Well, you were no, we're not done. You were just doing it.
We're done. We're done. It's over. I had the last word on Twilight. We're the Twilight hours of Twilight. We're never talking about it again. But yeah, I Am Legend. Go watch that. There was also the BBC did a finite. It was 3 episodes, just called Dracula, and that one was actually very, very good. I highly recommend it. No spoilers. Go watch it. It was very, very good. And the guy who played Dracula. Oh, he had the charm, Polly. The kind of shit that you want to see from Dracula. The man himself, the bloody legend. Yeah?
What?
Bloody legend? No? Alright, fuck you. For Stonia threw $1. He said, $1 test, homo. What? Homo? Ordered up hot and fresh for Drunken. Thank you very much for Stonia. I had another vampire-based question. No, right, when it comes to the property rights have changed, right? If I were to invite a vampire in and then fucking... Alright, Sanute says, stay off your phone on the show, Pollywood. I'm not on my phone. You asshole. I'm not on my phone. My watch comes up with the message. So it's, my watch fuzzes and I look down and go, oh, for fuck.
Oh, you're one of them?
What do you mean one of them? Are we still talking about vampires? What do you mean one of them?
You're one of them too, Sinatra? Is that what I just heard?
Hell yeah. Dude, the Apple Watch has literally changed my life.
Literally?
Yeah, the band broke last week and I went like 3 days without it. I felt naked walking around.
I mean, of course, Polly's got an Apple Watch, but it fits in his vest pocket and it's on a chain.
Okay, anyone who does that gets a pass for the Apple Watch.
I mean, if they did it, mate, that would be fucking
Yeah.
awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be, it'd be pretty hipster, but I'd go, okay, all right.
It's a smart classic watch. I would love that. But at that point, you might as well just have a phone in your pocket. You know?
Yeah, well, a very small one.
Mine's not an Apple Watch because I've got Android. It's just and it's not even like a really expensive. It was £30, and it's the second one because it's £30. I don't give a shit if it gets scratched up or anything like that.
£30, really?
Yeah, so you took about $35. Yeah, dirt fucking cheap. And really,
Okay,
I've got
that changes things. I thought you spent
thank you.
$1,000 for a not watch.
Thank you. It's just because it keeps track of like your heart rate and your steps and shit like that. So it's the fitness side of it is why I bought it, really. It counts your steps per day, and me and my mother compete for the amount of steps we do every day. I often lose because I'm a floating head. It doesn't really count me bobbing up and down. Should we have some news?
I feel like it should count that.
I feel as though it should. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Do
I
you
feel
find
left
yourself
out.
shaking your wrist to like game your mom?
You asking me if I think of my mum when I'm shaking my wrist up and down?
I masturbated for 2 miles today, Mom.
It doesn't count jerks as steps, does it?
No, it doesn't. I've checked.
Checked.
Well, you know, it starts like, it starts vibrating, going like, "Oh, your heart rate is increased." Like, hey, goddamn fucking right, it has. I'm doing fucking workouts in 7-minute increments throughout the day. You know? Should we get on to the news, gentlemen? Although,
Sure.
Sin, before we do anything, would you like to shill your thang before we move on, just so everyone knows?
Oh, after the show tonight, I'm going to be doing a stream on my channel talking about the Crowder Landau situation because if I could, I would do my razor fist chair spin. Fuck you, I was right. Because, of course, it was all about the fucking money.
Isn't it always? I mean, that wasn't that. Yeah, isn't it always? Someone answer me. Isn't it always?
Depends. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, you're going to have to tune into Sinatra's stream after this. So there will not be a stream over on twitch.tv/DrunkenPlays because I will be watching Sinatra's stream. And you should too. Right, let's get on to the goddamn news then. Oh, before we do, let's check the bingo card real motherfucking quick. Of course, this is it's standard, isn't it? I have not added there is no game thing to it. But, we'll get there. We'll get there. I don't know what I'm going to get rid of. Maybe man. I don't know. Polly was late. But we didn't start the show, so I'm not counting it. Nobody said anything racist, or I did get a questionable text from my fearless co-host over here. I think we're looking all right now. Oh, we did have a moment of awkward dead air, but that's just I think I might just keep that one checked. Other than that, I think we're okay. Really looking forward to Sinatra passing some gas. Oh, and I did make a terrible pun, saying Dracula was a bloody legend.
Did. Yeah, the bloody legend. That was terrible.
Yeah, it's nice to get support from your co-hosts, isn't it? Right.
Well, I like a bad pun. That was just lame. No
well, then you're going to love me, Polly. Let's get into the news as we start on off, as always, over on the Babylon Bee. And Sinatra, this is really up your street. I'm surprised you've not mentioned it so far. Tucker takes new role on The View. It's the Babylon. It's not real. I would pay good money to see this. But he's been fired from Fox.
Yeah.
Unceremoniously given his marching orders.
It's I'm very curious what I have theories on what happened, but I'm very curious on how they're gonna try to play this off, getting rid of their number fucking one person.
Yeah. I mean
by a ridiculous long shot.
Oh, it's not even close.
The other article from the Babylon Bee was Fox cans the only reason people watch Fox.
Huh.
Which was, I mean, look, I picked this one just because, I love the fucking Photoshop that they do. It was a toss up.
How are you going to be over $700 fucking million short after a recent lawsuit, and then Can, the number one guy, what happened? Had Media Matters and every activist out there, slacktivist out there with a keyboard, gone after the advertisers so badly that even though the show gets the views that it does, doesn't
honestly
matter because the advertising money wasn't anything?
Yeah.
I have a theory on this, that the reason they canned him was from congressional pressure. Because the day before they and let's not mince words. They fired him. Like, you don't just go, okay, you're not gonna finish out the week. They go, you're not coming back on the air.
Yeah. It wasn't even
that is
I want your resignation. It was, you're out.
Yeah, and yesterday, AOC, an article came out that said AOC said the Biden administration needs to regulate Fox News hosts.
Well, she also said...
And then they fire him the next day, and then there was the whole Dominion lawsuit, which probably was a lot of pressure from them.
She wants him arrested for inciting violence.
Yeah, I it's not coincidental. I guarantee it was, no matter how you cut it, it was pressure from on high involving somebody from high up, whether it was Dominion turning around and saying, this is one of the stipulations to our settlement or something like that. I refuse to believe that this just happened organically.
Yeah, fair. I mean, why would they fire the highest rated show the guy from the highest rated show they got? There's a bigger question, what's going to replace it? And the real answer here is if you've got shares in Fox, now is the time to sell.
Oh, dude, their stock dropped like 20% or something today.
Did it really? Holy shit. What a month it's been so far, guys. Fiscally speaking. Steve Dave's bank account threw $1. He said, I am legally obligated to give this $1 to the host who makes him laugh on the sales floor while he is working. Polly, Sin, try harder. Here's your $1, Drunkle. Keep jerking out that content. Jerking out that content. Got a sock in my bedroom which is covered in content right now, mate. Thank you, Steve Dave, for the $1. So it's not looking good for Fox. What are they? Do you have any idea what they're gonna put in the time slot instead? And
it's a show called Fox News Tonight. That's the current one sitting in the thing. It's going to be various Fox hosts who are just taking over for a little bit. But we'll figure something out to do on Tuesday. We'll do something. We're not just going to abscond from the fucking...
He's still got his own stuff that he does, though, hasn't he? Well, oh, no, was that Fox based as well?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fox Nation? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, Tucker.
I canceled my Fox Nation today. You fucking bet that.
There you go. I mean, the thing is, Tucker could start a fucking YouTube channel.
My guess is he's going to do exactly what Megyn Kelly did.
What did Megyn Kelly do? Who's Megyn Kelly?
Started on Sirius XM podcast, and started on podcast, which is put through Sirius XM. Is a better way to say it. So it's like there's a YouTube channel for it and everything else. So it's like if Sirius XM dropped her, she still has multiple. Like it's on Rumble, it's on YouTube, it's on. You understand what I mean, right? Like you can download it through wherever you get quality podcasts. That sort of jazz, right?
Yeah.
She's going to go digital. When she did the press junket, meaning was on. Crowder's show was on everybody's fucking show when she was going around promoting her show coming out. Everyone asked her the same question: would you ever go back to corporate news? And because I had seen her just on different things that I ended up watching, where it's like, wow, she's really promoting this thing. Was no, I can't ever see. She goes, maybe, but I love the digital sphere. I can say what I want to say, and it's like, I mean, I even have a donation that's just her saying, "Fuck you, New York Times. You can't do that on Fox or ABC or NBC or anywhere else."
I would love it if Tucker showed up on Michelle Obama's The Light to talk about his new upcoming podcast.
Yeah. Carlson, I think a lot of people unfortunately lose sight of the fact that the man has never in his life needed to work. He's a Swanson.
Yeah.
He's fantastically wealthy. His family is. And he has said it himself. I don't need to work. No, he doesn't. So it has always rided on him what he wants to do. Do you want to work, man, or do you want like he's a fishing fanatic? Yeah. He's a reader, a writer, etc. Like maybe the guy just wants to retire or wants to continue to have influence because he's a big actual influencer, not as a career aspiration.
I think that's the beauty of it, though, because he's, as you say, he's a very, very rich man. He doesn't actually need to work. So every time,
not every time, but damn near.
90%.
Condolences, but glad to hear you'll have something on Tuesday. I doubt this is the last we hear of Tucker. Hopefully, I time this right and catch Polly or Trunkle.
You fucker.
Thank you, Devil Fruit. But yeah, no, we're going to do something. It's not like I'm just going to cut a show down. We're going to do something.
Your flagship program. Well, Fox did. Yeah. So if they do it, who knows what Sinatra's going to do?
I'm not a fucking fiscal retard.
No, he's just one of the boring old regular retards. Yes, I think that's because he didn't need to work. Him getting fired, he wasn't relying on this show for money. That is why he was comfortable saying what he thought, and that's quite refreshing.
Yeah.
It's like a corporate version of the AAA meeting, where I say what I want to say because of anonymity.
For now, but yeah.
What do you mean for now? Was that a threat, motherfucker?
No, anonymity simply won't last, is what I'm saying.
It will. I just keep changing identities. Always, you just keep moving. Keep the stash moving. The Pinkness threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish. He says, hi. Hi, Pinky. And Hey Dude 77, a.k.a. Trucker Carlson, threw $2. He said, if you put AOC's brain in a bird, the bird would fly backwards.
If I were in her position, that's exactly what I would say, too. Arrest Tucker Carlson, inciting violence, etc. I would advise her to say the same thing if someone was paying me to advise her. Because it doesn't, what's the loss? It's like, it's a stupid take, not to the people who support her. It's exactly the kind of hot take they want to hear. I remember a couple of people who said, I can't believe that she would say that. She would actually suggest this. Wait, what? It's only outlandish of a suggestion because you think like you think. I mean, think of some of the hot takes that she has said that she has no intent on putting it forth as a piece of legislation. On what basis?
Impressively stupid shit.
Yeah, it's a hollow statement. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a feel good statement. You know what I mean? Any person who puts out it's a classic hot take. There's nothing behind it. It's all empty, hollow rhetoric. It's like listening to Hassan Piker. He says a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, so what? It's all fucking vapid and empty.
You can always tell when someone's inauthentic. I don't really care what anybody says. You can always tell when somebody does not mean what they say when they say it. And Hassan and fucking AOC are right up there. It's hard to believe that they think any of that shit because I just don't believe it. Whether it's something like no sentient human being can believe that, or if it's something like that's just too dumb and that's way out of your wheelhouse. Like Hassan talking about redistributing wealth. We know he doesn't believe it. He's another guy who is insanely wealthy. He doesn't want wealth redistributed. He just wants his 8-year-old fans to go, yay.
I mean, where's the lie? Seems perfectly accurate to me, Sin. Yeah, well, there we go. That's what we got on Tucker. Anyway, I'm sure no matter what he does, he's going to be absolutely fine. Wherever he goes, his base is going to follow him. And whatever wouldn't you love it if CNN picked him up? Oh, that would piss off so many people.
They just got rid of Don Lemon.
Oh my God, it's the party switch over. All that. Don Lemon is going to show up on Fox and fucking Tucker's going to show up on CNN. No one's going to know what to fucking think. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be chaos. Cats and dogs living together. It's going to be fucking insane, Polly. But
that's the direction things moved it's the direction the network moved over time. Tucker was on CNN.
Yeah, and MSNBC.
Yeah, like it's not they moved in the directions they did by choice. It was an intentional shift.
Mudshot Pirate
And
for a
I
dollar.
said that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's right. Mudshot Pirate threw $1. He says, evening, gents. Evening, Mudshot Pirate. Just spent my first weekend of debauchery. Nice. Hanging out with porn stars and strippers. Nice. Spent almost a week's wages, so I can't donate that much for a while. Dude, donate in fucking JPEGs, man. We want fucking photos of what you've been up to. Christ. I mean, was it anyone we know? Porn stars and strippers. Was there any porn stars I know? Was there any strippers from the chat? We know there's at least one. There's gotta be. And it's Polly. Sorry, go ahead, Sin.
The way I pay my way through college is no one's business.
That's why you refuse to leave college. Just loves stripping so much.
I don't remember what we were talking about, what I was going to say. It was gonna be ranty,
Don
though.
Lemon has recently been fired.
Oh,
Tucker
I
has
said
been
that-
on CNN, MSNBC.
I said that in my video that everyone says the Overton window has been shifted so far to the right. It's so far to the right, but it's really fucking not. It's absolutely. If the Overton window was shifted to the right, then we wouldn't be seeing like Don Lemon getting canned from CNN. We wouldn't be seeing Jimmy Dore called a Nazi. It just wouldn't be happening.
I hate it when people just like leave comments saying they don't explain themselves. They just go, "Oh, it's the Overton window," because it's just one of those things that floats around the internet that everyone is expected to know. Like
Thank
someone
you.
just goes, Chekhov's gun, isn't it? Like, well,
Yeah,
explain
it's
yourself.
the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yo, I hate the amount of times I've had to Google that because I never seem to fucking remember.
It doesn't matter when people bring it up 95% of the time. They're just that doesn't even apply here. It doesn't matter. They
Just
said
to
it.
say
right?
it, yeah. Well, you
That's a
gaslight in
logical
there. I've got to
fallacy.
Google
Really?
that. That's
Is it?
right. Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh, slippery slope fallacy, mate. Yeah. Overton window, Chekhov's gun. Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect's real. Okay.
Just fucking say what you mean. Don't just come at me with this fucking bullshit fucking idiom which everyone is expected to know. Explain yourself, random
I
internet
have.
user. Not
I come
you.
from a world where it's FRUIT loops. I saw it as a kid. I won't believe otherwise.
Yeah, but
This
you
is not my
actually come
timeline.
from a different timeline, though. That's the difference. Where smartwatches come on a little chain.
It's sort of steampunk, but not. It's
Yeah. It's steampunk without the punk. It's just steam. Which Polly now has, by the way. Buy him a game. I got gifted a Kerbal Space Program 2 from none other than, obviously, it's Lord Bryce, good old egg fried Bryce.
Oh, he's
And,
awesome. Yeah.
I was playing that in honour of... There's a moth on my keyboard. Oi! Get fucked. I got distracted by a moth. For fuck's sake. It's the Overton window. Godwin's Law, am I right? I was playing...
Let's make fun of the whole internet. Eventually, we'll offend
Yeah, all of it.
everyone. Let's keep going. Fuck 'em
Lisa
all. What the
says,
hell?
damn you, Drunken, I want a smartwatch on a chain now. We all do, Lisa. How have they not made this yet?
It's such an acceptable idea. I have to assume it's already a thing. You know what I mean?
It has to be. Someone out there should
Yeah.
make that. In honor of Starship, the launch, I was playing Kerbal Space Program. And in honor of Starship, the failure, I failed a lot on Kerbal Space Program. It was a good night. Right, let's move on from news of Tucker, the Pucker Tucker, and let's get into the real shit. It's been a weird week, Polly. It's been a weird
It
week.
has.
Japan's Crying Baby Sumo Festival returns for the first time since the pandemic. Do you guys you know what this is?
No,
I
but
have
love
no
it.
idea. Is this a fucking Babylon B article disguised as a Guardian article?
It's not the Onion, sir. Polly,
I love it.
from the photo, have a guess what the Crying Baby Sumo Festival might be.
It looks like a Photoshop. It looks like somebody's jackass, madcap idea. It doesn't look real.
What baby can scream the loudest?
Close. It is actually sumo wrestlers scream in babies' faces to make them cry.
I thought it would be sumo wrestlers screaming babies' faces that are crying to make them stop crying. Oh,
No, other way around.
I love it more than anything.
It is a ritual believed to bring good health to the infants. And a functioning sense of fear, I should imagine. So it's back. We were worried, all the time. I'm at the pub and people went, Millard, because it was a while ago. Millard, when is the Crying Baby Sumo Festival coming back? And I said, mate, I don't know. Chekhov's gun, innit? I don't know.
It's a classic example.
Classic example.
Why would you not do that? There is a clip you can get for a Fitbit that essentially turns it into a pocket watch. I would have donated to Polly if I could. Sorry. Thank you.
Donate to Polly. I'm hosting. Donate to me if you could, which you can.
You donated to... Okay.
You could always, if you want to donate $1,000, but you can't send me money from your credit card. You don't want to accrue debt in my honor. You can send it to Sin, and he will not send it to me.
I'll send him some.
You've sent some. You sent me a big box of American goodies. Some warheads. They were tackies, Polly. I had tackies.
What? Was that like a British candy?
No, it's an American chip.
Tackies.
Tackies. T-A-K-I. Plural.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a fucking.
Sounds Korean.
Mexican.
It's a hot chip.
Yeah, it is hot. It is hot. They were fucking delicious, and the flavor was fuego.
Okay.
Fucking delicious. I loved them. Oh, brilliant. What was I going to say? Polly, what was I going to say?
Can we just have one moment of silence real quick? It's just... I'm paying my first payment of my taxes.
Well, if you want silence, stop talking. I fell silent, so did Drunken.
We did shut up.
And you kept talking. I was like, is he going to just...
I'm
making
telling you
payments
guys
on the
why
taxes?
we need... yeah, I'm making my first payment right now, so just...
Okay.
Do you want me to play like Amazing Grace?
Oh, wait, not accepted.
Yeah, now play Amazing Grace.
I do actually. It's on the other OBS because we did manage over on twitch.tv/DrunkenPlays. We did manage to complete XCOM Enemy Unknown. And there was only one death at the end of it because someone sacrificed themselves to save the planet, and that was Uncle Fester in the chat. If you're out there, thank you for your service. But at the end of the beginning and the end of every stream, Polly, I would have a little funeral page where it's like a military funeral. We got all the names of the soldiers that died during the game, lest we forget. And Amazing Grace is playing in the background, so I do actually have that. So I'd have to open the other OBS. F's in the chat for Sinatra's bank account right there. It's got a sting. I got to pay rent in 6 days. I'm not fucking happy about that. I looked at the fucking date and went, oh Christ, it's happening again.
First payment done. Oh. It'll take 5 to 7 business days to take from your account. Text message received. It has been withdrawn from your checking account. Thanks.
Shadow Sonata says, would love to see the AAA play Deep Rock Galactic Rock and Stone on Drunkel's Twitch channel. Polly is the scout, Drunkel as an engineer, and Sinatra as the gunner. I do have Deep Rock Galactic, but my main is the gunner. Lots of F's in the chat right there for your bank account. There, Sin.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Overton window, innit?
It's the Overton government.
Overly governed. That's what it is, mate. That's what it is. Right, but it's not all bad news because now babies in Japan are crying once again. So that's absolutely fine.
If you could put a baby in front of me right now, I would. Yes.
This is impossible. Don't do that.
I'll do a whole series of them. You have no idea.
I don't want that one.
I'm not, oh, you think that's as bad as... I'm not a well
No,
man.
no,
You should
I
see
know.
some of the things that...
I know, you fucking... Dunning-Kruger, innit?
Kimberly, thank you for the 825. I have sent both you and Sanute a link to a pocket watch adapter for the Apple Watch. Well, I'm a
You're an Android
armored
boy.
up Android kind of
Yeah,
guy.
boy.
But,
That's what I'm talking about. Up top.
yeah.
I have to be someplace. I have to be someplace dressy next weekend, so I might get it's $75 now. Never mind.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Is it?
If you have you say you have a Fitbit, you can get the Pip-Boy from Fallout watch face, which is quite cool.
I don't have a Fitbit.
Oh, okay.
Can I leave it to Valine to be able to like insta find the link?
Balene's an Apple whore just like me.
I knew she was into Apple, but it's like $75 is too expensive. So you damn well know the Apple Watch is too expensive for me.
Mhm.
I got mine for free, so that's the only reason.
Oh,
I have
wow.
one,
Did you?
honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
my my bio mom won it in a raffle, and she's like, "Well, I don't have Apple, so you could just have it." I said, "Okay," and I've just had it ever since.
Doctors are terrified of him from this one weird trick. Much Pirate threw $1 saying part 1. The porn stars I had fun with. Oh, brilliant. The porn stars I had fun with were Lisa Ann, Brooklyn Chase, nice. Lexi Bell, nice. Alexis Texas, Alex Cole, very nice. Lauren Phillips, the MILF. Joanna Angel couldn't get talk to Adriana Chechik or Violet Myers. Dude,
I love Adriana.
Fucking Lexi Bell for me, dude. She's in her 30s now and still looks fucking phenomenal.
Adriana's a go-to for when I need to take care of the stuff.
When you've got 5 minutes.
All right. I don't know who any of these people are. You actually know like porn stars' names and shit? And, like,
What, are you gay?
No.
Of course I know their names. How would I search them? Just type in redhead MILF and hope Lauren Phillips comes up, because she will.
The only reason I know half the names I know is because we follow each other on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that's, fucking, what's her name? The tattooed one.
Why would you want to hear about
the Ghastly
fentanyl
did a show
addicts
with.
reliving out their childhood traumas on Twitter?
Godwin's Law, isn't it?
The Overton window.
No, this is a Dunning thing.
Everton window.
You gotta keep your shit straight, man.
I mean, that was part 1, so Mudshot is gonna come back with some more.
Going. They
Probably.
were all there, apparently.
Brooklyn Chase has been in it for a while, though. You know when you're getting old, when one of the porn stars you like is all of a sudden in the... One of the porn stars you like is all of a sudden in the MILF category. You're like, oh, God, I'm getting on, man. Fucking hell. Matchup Pirate threw $1 for part 2, he says, because their lines were as long as their 40-man gangbangs for 8 straight hours during the convention, but I got to accidentally grab Alexis Texas ass during our poses. Oh, man, you are my fucking hero, Mudshot Pirate. You went to a fucking porn convention. That's brilliant.
That's pretty cool.
That place has got a stink.
I went to a thing over the weekend called Organ Grinders Ball, and it's pretty much...
That was a porn convention as well, by the sound of it, mate.
It sort of is, yeah. And I took a shit ton of photos there.
Fucking A.
I wanted to come up with a list. I'm like, there has to be more than I'm not thinking of in terms of like internet terms. You just get thrown around and float around and right. So I typed in the internet terms into DuckDuckGo along with Dunning-Kruger effect and a couple other things, and it got mixed results. But with the Dunning and Kruger, one of the Psychology Today, and the links came up right beside each other, ironically. Whereas Dunning-Kruger effect, Psychology Today, the Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias in which people wrongly overestimate their knowledge and ability in a specific area. The trends occur because of and on it goes to assert what it is and why it's valid. Right beneath it, the Dunning-Kruger effect isn't real from Psychology Today. It's commonly invoked online as an argument to discredit other people's ideas, but has no basis in empirical reality. Wow, guys.
Yes. Gaslighting.
From the same fucking publication. Damn.
Damn. Oh, I'm Polly. I use my computer for psychological research and not pornography. Lies! All right, let's move on. American news. News based on the 2024 election, gentlemen. You ready for this? Because it's only fucking Afro Man who has actually officially filled out the paperwork to run for president in 2024.
His whole campaign should be based off of "fuck the police department that ate my mom's pie."
Think it might be. I think it might be. Yeah, as an honorary American, he's got my vote.
If it's between Biden, Trump, at the end, I'll vote for Afro Man.
There you go. Why the fuck not? What if DeSantis is in the mix?
Afro Man.
We're still Afro Man. Okay, right. The moment of like complex thinking, right there as well. That was what we call a pregnant pause. Darth Mando in the chat says Lena Paul. No, Lena Paul's still very much in the stepsister category. I don't know how. Well, she is she's a thick lady. She's a thick lady. So Afro Man, best of luck, buddy. Sledgehammer's recalled after injuring people in the face.
How?
Okay.
What do you mean
by
how?
the operator or somebody like
Yeah, I'm sure you can work out how.
if you hit someone in the face with a hammer, I mean, okay, yeah, but I mean, did the head fly off the shaft? Leave him alone, Drunken.
All right, you know I was right on that, man. Just like Lena Paul. Yeah, go to the top of the class, Polly. It was indeed the weighty bit, the hammer head, the shark part, was flying off and smacking people in the face.
That's crazy, man. Because DeWalt is supposed to be some, like higher end shit.
It's not just DeWalt; it's Stanley and Craftsman sledgehammers. Are all being recalled. So, guys, if you got one of those, be careful out there. TC says, stop, hammer time. Good work, good work.
You know what? Just another guy, I was just thinking the same thing. It sounds like user error. I mean, it's certainly possible, but you never know with the way they're making this shit anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's they said 2.2 million sledgehammers can loosen prematurely and detach unexpectedly during use. I don't like the prematurely part of that, like these hammers are designed to do it at a certain time. It's just they're doing it a bit early. You got a sledgehammer, you want that bit to stay on, really, don't you? Don't have this, it's designed to break fucking iPhone bullshit when it comes to a goddamn sledge.
I have a 2.5 pound sledge.
Yeah? How is it?
Yeah, it's
heavy, man.
No, it's like it's small and usable. Your classic baby sledgehammer, right? And it's like I always think, like, yeah, man, I don't care what kind of door you have. This is gonna pull your frame out, even if it's a metal frame, metal door with a metal deadbolt. This is gonna do it. You don't smash the door, you smash the frame.
They do the job.
So you put a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen an espionage movie where they've done that. It's. How is it? Oh, right. I had to do that once, but it wasn't with a metal frame, which was unfortunate.
I've got, like, I think 3 different sledgehammers, 2 like this and one of the full-sized big ones.
Ah, yeah. See, that's an actual the long handles. That's an actual sledgehammer. I think it is a technicality here, but this is, I want to say, like a mini sledge. But a sledgehammer is a lot weightier, much longer handle, because you use the handle to... You can put a lot more power behind it by when you swing it. Your hand comes down to the bottom of the handle. You get a lot more sledge for your hammer.
Yeah.
And every time you don't need more than 1 sledgehammer. Usually 2 if you work with people,
3.
just so you have an extra one. But every time I've bought one after the first one, it's been, oh, did I bring it with me? I'll just grab one because I get them from Harbor Freight. They're like $10.
Well, yeah, as long as you're getting it from there and not Stanley Craftsman or DeWalt.
No, dude.
But they're
Harbor
all from
Freight
the same
is
fucking
cool.
source. They're all made by Cambodians, just relabeled.
It seems that way, yeah, because they are all hitting people in the face, Polly. So.
See what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not...
Harbor Freight tool is the shit for like just standard tools. Anything with a moving part, I recommend not buying from there. But if you're getting like a pry bar, a cat's paw, a fucking crowbar, anything like that, you'll be good.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Dunning-Kruger.
The axe I bought from there actually broke. What the fuck? You drop forged a fucking axe head and it broke. I mean, I slammed it into, piece of wood. What you're supposed to do with it, and
Yeah.
it got stuck. You put your foot on it and reef it out. And when I reefed it out, the thing was in two.
Huh, you broke it in twain.
I am that manly.
I'm not even Captain America could do that, mate. Well, was his axe made by Dunning-Kruger?
Dunning-Kruger LLC.
Much up, Pirate threw $1. He says, part 3. Oh, mate, it keeps coming. He says, Lexi Bell... Lexi Bell let me hold her leg and choked me. You fucking deviant. She's still as adorable and mousy as ever. Alex Cole let me grope tits, ass, and crotch for $40. Good to see there's still some class in the porn industry. And Stormy Daniels was there too. Lol. I bet she fucking was, mate. Like, if she ain't at a porn convention, she's in the news. She's in one of two places. And Much Up Pirate for $1 says part 69. Nice. Lauren Phillips was doing a live stream for Chatterbait. And it was for Exotica, a Comic-Con for porn. And there was an after party at a strip club. I have pics, but be warned, I'm also in them. Well, dude, you have got my fucking... Discord, dude. Discord. That's what it's for. Thank you very much, Much Up Pirate, mate. It sounds like you had an awesome weekend. I mean, fucking $40 to grope tits, ass, and crotch? Polly, what's your limit? $39.99.
Good Lord. You can grow tits with some charm for free. What the hell? What?
It's never for free, mate. A relationship is just prostitution that lasts longer, you know?
Just going full Godwin's Law, huh?
Shiru says Stormy Daniels whistles when she walks and it ain't from her mouth. Fucking love it. Right, let's move on from the hammers getting hit in the face and Much Up Pirate hammering and doing things to faces, I guess. I don't know. Over to CNN. Belgium destroys shipment of American beer after taking issue with champagne of beer slogan. This is real,
Right.
Polly. They
Miller
fucking-
has said that for years.
But not in Belgium, because Belgium just went, this ain't champagne.
Yeah, but the Champagne region ain't even in Belgium. What the fuck are you worried about? You're not French. I don't care if you speak.
I'm not French. No, I'm not.
No, not you. Them.
Belgium is basically French.
Belgium has an identity crisis.
Yeah, they do. No, I'm with you on that. And they're very angry that they weren't getting canned champagne, it would seem. Champagne in a can. I took issue when Guinness started coming in a can. Why would you want fucking champagne in a can? Oh, fucking, when you get a Jack Daniels and Coke in a can. That shit's disgusting.
Oh shit, that reminds me.
And he went. We don't know what it reminded of. This is an actor who just went, oh my god, I gotta go beat my kids. Fuck. Belgium, that's where Stella comes from. I gotta go hit Shelley. So they took issue with that, Polly. I mean, it's Miller Lite. It's not even from the Champagne region.
That is true.
It's a sparkling beer.
Yeah.
It's not even beer, is it? It's light. Ugh. Who drinks that? Who unironically drinks Miller Lite?
I have.
Well, unironically.
Yeah.
You know, just doing it for a laugh, you know?
No, a bunch of different times. When that's what somebody had bought for us all shotgun beer with. So we did. It's like, drop in 5, I'm going to get a bunch of beer. And it's like, okay. And when he came back with his Miller Lite, no argument, whatever. I mean, is it that much worse than PBR or any other watery beer? No. So who cares? It was, I don't know, combos at buy one, get one, the 2-for-1 nights during happy hour, which is really like 4 hours long. Where
What
it's
is shotgunning?
What is shotgunning?
Yeah.
It's where you well, you don't know what shotgunning beer is? Where you turn the beer sideways, like the can sideways, right? And you stab into the fucking can and you twist the knife, and so it's got an opening in it. Then you put your finger on the tab. And then pop the tab and turn it upside down. And popping the tab leaves an air hole for you to drink.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. I've seen
Yeah,
people
you
do
just
that
get it all at once.
Okay.
Yeah. And you don't want to do that with, beer that's worth drinking. Like tasting, I should say. It's just, you do that with Miller Lite or PBR. Or
That's when you need to get
Bud
drunk
Light.
immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was just fucking stabbing something sounds like a British thing, but no, okay, you named it after a gun. You stabbed something and named it after a gun. I appreciate what Chekhov's shotgun, isn't it? All right, fair enough.
Yeah. And I mean, when you're there ordering a combo where it's like, okay, it's a can of beer and a double shot, 2 ounces of bourbon. You don't sit there and debate with them over what bourbon they're pouring. Is it a rail bourbon or whatever beer they offered you? This is happy hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's sometimes it's PBR, sometimes it's Miller Lite. You move the fuck on, because you're going to be drinking like 8 of them. You're not going to care in really short order.
Yeah, after the first 2, you don't really give a shit.
Yeah,
But then,
this is
yeah,
I
fair
realize
enough.
it's very American sounding right now, but it's
No, that's fine. I asked a question and you gave an answer. That's that's fine. But then also, like, your cans of beer are very small. Well, like it's about the size of like a can of Coca-Cola, right?
what is.
Your cans of beer.
They're 355 mils. What do you want?
Okay, that's a bit bigger than a can of Coca-Cola, I suppose, then. But, I mean,
No,
ours
that's the same size as a can of Coca-Cola. What are you talking about? It's like
it is the same
standard
size.
can size.
So I got one
Yeah.
right here. What's 4%? Yeah, I think. Oh, 500 mil. That's standard for a can of beer.
500 mils. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's big.
That's that. I ain't shotgunning that, mate. I can't burp. I'd explode.
Hold on, let me take a look at my can of standard energy drink can size here. What's that? Like the Tall Boys, whatever the fuck.
Well, like you kind of monster. Yeah, that'd be like 500, wouldn't it?
It's
I have a bottle of water here. It's
479.
470. That's weirdly specific.
Isn't it though? I mean, one would figure that must work out to like an exact amount of fluid ounces or some shit.
It probably does, because the bottle of water I'm holding is 500 milliliters and 16.9, so yours is probably like 16 flat, because I'm pretty sure it's like 50 mil to an ounce or 25 mil to an ounce, something in there.
Yeah.
All you need says, did Polly just use the metric system? And I said I could shotgun a fucking 500 mil beer. Just another guy called me a coward.
Yeah. I mean, you're not a coward, but that was a cowardly act. I'll give you that.
Were you gonna say something there, bud?
Well, I got caught up with someone calling you a coward.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
What the hell was I saying?
In regards to beer, I should imagine, and you were using the metric system.
Oh, right. Drunken.
Yeah.
You know something I found out this weekend? You asked me what I was doing this weekend, amongst other things. I was a bunch of weird rabbit holes. I found out about metric time.
Oh yeah, I think The Simpsons made a joke about it once.
Did they?
Yeah.
Like, what is the, like, because I'm thinking, okay, well, it's got to be by tens, right? So what is, like, is there some strange unit of time? Like, surely minutes wouldn't make sense in a metric system because it's based on 60 seconds. It's based on arcs of 60 arc seconds within
Yeah, which is dumb.
an arc minute.
As well, by the way. It's dumb.
I'm sorry?
60 seconds? What the fuck? Oh, how many hours in a day? 24? Fuck off, mate. Just picked a number out of the air, didn't you?
It makes sense upon angles of degree, right? Because that's what it's based. That's why so many seconds
it's
north
obtuse.
by so many seconds. Yeah. Well, I guess, but it's divisible. It's on base 12. That's why, for easy division, right? And like, how many times does 12 go into 60? An even number, right? That's why.
24.
5.
Okay, yeah, 5.
But the point being, do you know what the base unit in metric time is?
9.
No, it's the second.
2.
No, I I already said it. It's the second. So it's
Yeah,
like, so
second
there's no minutes in metric time. It's kiloseconds, and I'm like, oh, fuck off. No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm not having that.
And it is.
What?
There's
Why do you think I would know
deciseconds.
about this, by the way? It goes, it's Drunken.
You're a metric man. What the hell?
I'm not metric. That what a shit superhero that would be.
No, it's like JB said, like milliseconds, right? There's it's like grams, and then there's centigrams, decigrams, kilograms. You know, you get the thing, right? You just move the decimal over in different units of magnitude.
Yeah, you move it over
Right,
like
so
you
it's
would
like-
the Overton window.
I have never heard anybody. Okay, everyone's heard of a second. Who the fuck has ever said a kilosecond?
Not me. I can tell you right now, I've never. This is going to be the first time I say it. Kilosecond.
So Sinatra, you and I can now stand opposed when this man uses an hour. That's not yours. That's ours. You may not use it.
You can have it. I mean, look, you take about
Okay,
fucking.
then
You take
I
9
wanna hear
hours off of me
kilosecond.
every fucking week.
I don't want to hear about fucking hours from you anymore. Like the show ran like 2.5 hours. No. I want to hear how many deciseconds it ran or whatever you want to say.
Why me? What? Well, just you coming at me?
You're the
This is
metric guy.
This is xenophobic, man. Just because I'm British.
You're very proud of the metric system.
I'm not proud of it. It's just it's easier, isn't it? Like you fucking when it comes to weights, distance. It's like because
And apparently time, and I will not have you, taking
time
off
is just
with
time.
our-
isn't it? Like time was around before humans were. Whereas distance, we invented that. That's what really pisses me off about weight is that when it comes to distance, I can picture that. But like, if someone would be like, "Oh yeah, like it was like a kilogram, or even it was 2 ounces." I can't picture weight. I'm like, what do you want me to do with that information? I can't in my head. I can't imagine how heavy that is because heaviness is a feeling. With distance, you can picture, you can imagine it. You go, all right, that's a mile. There you go. That's how long that looks.
Distance is a social construct. You need.
Fuck yeah, all right.
It is.
Sorry.
And actually, weight is also not subjective, but it's variable. It's mass that is variable.
Point
right?
of personal
Remember high school
privilege.
physics?
No,
What?
I didn't go to high school. I went to secondary
You
school.
went to high school,
I didn't.
or whatever the British.
I got
equivalent
high at
is.
school. I didn't.
Post middle school or whatever you call it.
Well, it's not even middle school. It's, primary school and secondary school.
Oh yeah, it's secondary school is like from like grade 6 to grade 12 or whatever.
No, again, you could stop Americanizing my
year or
Englishisms.
whatever. Well, then explain yourself.
Oh yes, it is done by year. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in like year kilo 5 or whatever.
Year killer 5. Yeah, is when I graduated. With a 13 stone. Oh, Shadow
We're not
Club says he's still
Burning
measuring
time up
stones. You
here or
pineapple.
anything.
I
Think
didn't.
how many kiloseconds we've wasted. Like, let's just.
Thing
Let's
it right.
move on.
Shadow Club. How many kiloseconds? The Everton window's come right back around now. Fucking hell. Shadow Claw says you're still measuring stones, you pineapple. It's only right. This is really going to annoy you, but we only measure people in stones.
It's the only time I've ever heard it where somebody says, I've lost weight. I'm down to like, just over 4 stone or whatever the fuck they say. And it's
See
I've
that-
never heard it with people.
I mean, that annoys me as well, Polly. I'm with you on that because again, I'm like, well, how much does a fucking stone weigh? Like they vary, don't they? You don't go like, well, I have 13.4 stones, so that's 13 stones and 4 pebbles. It doesn't make sense. At least with a foot, you got a foot is like it's just as long as a foot is.
That's not variable at all.
Well, not really. I mean, there was a man he was the original foot. A cannibalistic wizard says they measure horses in hands. Yeah, because you can't measure him in feet. Because at that point, it's just kicking a horse. Horses kick you. Yeah, think that through. Let's move on. Support cat Zebby alerts deaf owner to phone calls. I got a problem with this, Polly.
Which is?
Well, right, so this donor's deaf, right? The phone starts ringing. Zebby comes over, starts pulling at her owner, goes, oi, 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 phone's ringing. Oh, brilliant, okay. So she goes over, answers it. Hello? There's no one there.
I'm assuming it's a Braille teletype that she answers.
Of course, yeah, why wouldn't we assume that it would be a Braille teletype? What brand is that, by the way? Is Braille a brand? Why would it be Braille? She's not she's not blind.
Well, no, it's a whole unit. The thing that I saw. anyway, was like it will write it out by text or braille if you're like, whatever you are. It's got you covered.
Nah, it's bullshit.
It was like the uni handicap Tron.
Just send a fucking text message.
Yeah.
Or even better, right? Just get a watch that vibrates when you get a phone call.
You know what I thought you were going to say was your problem with this? Is the problem I have with this.
Oh, you got a problem as well?
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't trust a cat to do that. They're completely unreliable.
Of course. The cat,
A dog? Yeah.
You got an important phone call, the cat's just like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, cats are, they have a mind of their own. They're going to, if I feel like sleeping, I'm going to sleep now. And they might answer, or, tap you on the leg, like, oi, there's a call, whatever.
But they will, only when it's a cold caller trying to sell you, like, are you happy with your long distance plan? That's the only time Zebby is going, phone's ringing. If it's just like the plumber going, I'm outside, can you let me in, please? Zebby ain't doing shit, because Zebby's a cat, and cats are bastards. Look into his eyes.
Yeah, he's looking like out of just generalized curiosity. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He'll eat that lady when she dies.
Cats do. Dogs at least wait until they're hungry. Cats, well, they're already waiting. Steve Dave threw $1. He said, don't confuse me with these terms. We have tried and tested. We have a tried and tested method on this show. For example, I weigh about 6 raccoons. Okay, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So we've agreed on that. We've bridged the cultural gap here, Polly. Where, I'm not measuring people in stones. You're not measuring people in fucking
Milliseconds.
bullets, I guess. We've reached the middle, and we're now measuring people in wildlife.
In wildlife. Stolner, thank you for the $1. If you really want to ding the metric system, get a European to explain why they use non-standard kilogram force to measure weight. Why is that?
Godwin's law.
It just had to happen eventually that someone was going to.
Yeah, if there's a
Program
conversation
Nazi.
about weight, then of course, yeah, someone's going to mention that. Fuck Zebby! Let's move on. You can ring this fish doorbell to help marine life in the Netherlands. This is cool. There's, you guys know, you know what canals are. You have canals, right?
A waterway?
Oh, you gotta be fucking special, aren't you? Yes, a waterway. But the thing is, we have canals and we have canal boats. So what do you call them? Waterway boats?
No, just boats.
That's just boats.
It's just boats. It's sea craft, whatever.
You just call them boats, yeah. About the size of half a giraffe. There's, but in canals you also have what's called a lock, right? Which is like a rising part where you will trap water in. It's so you can control the levels, right? So
what a lock is.
You know what? Oh, so you're right. So you don't know what a canal is, but you know what a lock is. It's the type
No,
of
I knew what a
monster
canal
in
was.
Scotland.
I was just having fun.
I think we're aware of what a canal is. Do you hear this guy? He gets mad if we ask if it snows over there. But he's
Because
gonna
it
go,
fucking
do you know what a
snows."
canal is?
Do you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, right.
They're the things that Italians boat down in them fucking anachronistic wood things.
You mean boats?
Don't they have a specific name for them?
Canoes?
I don't think they're canoes.
Canal boats?
I don't know. They got like a singing fucking Italian operating the oar.
gondola.
What are they called? I thought those things were on like fucking zip lines going up mountains.
It's the same premise. It's a
What's the same
small thing.
It's, when they're
It'll
going up
hold
a
like
cable,
two people.
you
It's
don't have
small people pond.
you don't have a singing Italian on the cable car.
Yeah,
Something
chat,
that the
gondolas,
Nordics have
gondolas,
lost out on.
gondolas.
Well, the Nordics missed out on the singing Italian. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Bloody Nords. Enslaving my people. I want reparations. So on this one, because, there's the locks and there's marine life. You guys have marine life. You know what a fish is, right? And you can watch a little live cam, which is under the water. And if you see a fish by the camera, then you just click on something and it opens this little fish door. So it can swim through the lock. I thought it was cool. A little fish door. Nothing on the fish door?
Yeah.
a fish flap. Well, you think a flap would do the same thing though? Because if it's under the water, then it wouldn't change the pressure, would it?
Yeah, get like
Physics
a
being a
doggy
thing.
door,
Yeah, but underwater.
fishy door.
A fishy door. I mean, this fish looks very happy with it. We're not watching a video because it is just watching a fish go through a gap. And this is, we've got more things to talk about. But hey, little fish door. You got to look out for the marine life. Russia! Oh boy, it's a Russian got 21 years for cheesecake poisoning of a US doppelganger. Right?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What? Just for Polly, Russian gets 21 years for cheesecake poisoning of US doppelganger.
Look, I think I understand exactly what's going on. There's this woman in the U.S. that looks like her, so she poisons her with cheesecake to, like, eliminate her duplicate?
Steal our identity.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the story is not as exciting as the headline.
Well, someone killing someone to steal their identity. That's interesting. What the hell?
Well, also the method of it, poisoning a cheesecake. A random person shows up at your front door with a cheesecake. You don't know it's poisoned, but you suspect it because this person looks exactly like you. Sinatra.
She brought it herself?
If someone knocked on your door who looked like you, would you eat whatever confectionery they gave you?
No.
No. I think that's a
Are you
matter of
kidding
common
me?
sense.
He ate a fucking bag of 5 pounds worth of gummy bears that somebody fucking mailed him, and that person didn't even look like them.
You don't know
Yeah,
that.
it was from Amazon.
Who we can all trust.
But you know what? See, I've had this idea for a while. If you could spoof Amazon shipments, make it seem like it's coming from Amazon, but it's really not. This idea I had many years ago could work. See, I had this idea where if you mailed something to a college basketball player the night before the fucking big game, that this person is like the lead point man on, you could totally tip the Vegas odds, bet in the other fucking direction and clean the fuck up. So my idea was to put a bunch of magic mushrooms on a pizza and send it to him. So this guy, is fucking hardcore psychedelic tripping right before the big game. He's not going to be able to play. That's it. Done. Fuck, you win because you've tipped the point spread in your favor.
Watch out, Tom Brady.
So if I could ship somebody a bag of gummy bears, but not poison it with anything that's going to kill him, but give him like some rip-roaring explosive diarrhea, well, he's not going to be able to play.
Thing is, if you eat enough gummy bears, you're going to get rip-roaring explosive diarrhea anyway.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, there were those sugar-free gummy bears that have everyone shit in their pants, right?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
There is also,
Yeah,
at the moment, actually, while we're on the subject of shit in your pants, Starbucks have recently brought out a coffee which has a shit ton of olive oil in it. Which, I don't know if you know, but olive oil used to be used as a diuretic, back in Game of Thrones times. So people are drinking, coffee is poop juice anyway, but it's got olive oil in it as well. And then people are drinking these things and then are surprised when they shit their brains out. Man, people who go to Starbucks are fucking idiots, aren't they? But hey, Dunning-Kruger.
Yeah, it is.
So, this is, the headline is actually more impressive than the story. I just like the headline.
Yeah, I did too. It was good.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we got her.
Why did she arrive with it herself? That's still
I don't think she did arrive with it herself. I don't think she... She got 21 years. After all, she did kill someone. It was a ruthless and calculating con artist who's going to prison for a long time for trying to murder her way to personal profit and gain, said a wannabe writer. Oh, shit. No, she did show up. Right, she visited the home of her then 35-year-old victim in August 2016 bearing the gift of a cheesecake. She fucking Snow Whited her, Polly.
Yeah. Good call. That's nuts.
Jeez.
That's just...
Don't. If someone shows up at your house, everyone, right? Get your pens and get ready to jot this down. This is a Millie Duchess life pro tip. If someone shows up to your door and they look like you and they say, "Would you like some of this cheesecake?" You say no. Say no, thank you. Be polite because they are trying to kill you.
You can just say thank you and then just throw it away when they walk away.
Or get them to have a slice
Yeah,
first.
I don't care. Chocolates, gummy bears, cheesecake, an apple, whatever. No. Strangers giving you food going, here.
But it's not strangers,
Yeah.
is it? If a stranger does, I mean, don't take candy from strangers, and don't take fucking dessert from doppelgangers.
This woman was insidiously clever, like just another guy said. But cheesecake, yeah, she knew the woman couldn't resist. It's malicious.
It depends. It's always the is the pastry flaky? Duh.
Cheesecake shouldn't be flaky.
But no, but the pastry. A nice flaky pastry.
Yeah.
You know, what flavour is it? Poison? I mean, lemon. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time. JB says, "What if they have a warrant?"
Ricin. I mean, boysenberry.
Boysenberry.
Shit. I mean, shut up.
Eat fucking cheesecake. Thing is, like, if this person is like fucking, they found you, they want your identity. You might as well eat the cheesecake because they're just gonna find another way to kill you, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'm still not gonna eat the fucking cheesecake.
Go out on a sugar high. Joke's on you. I've accrued thousands upon thousands of dollars of debt. Have that, comrade. Rising STI rates among Canada's seniors prompts educational campaign. Sinatra, the elderly are fucking like rabbits.
Oh, they do.
They do, though, don't they?
When I worked in a nursing home, there was issues with this.
Wait, issues?
Yes.
Go on.
I can't.
Sexually transmitted issues.
Yes.
Oh, that's what STI stands for. Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know either. I was sitting here thinking of it. Is it an infection?
No, it's
It is infection, but...
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's sexually transmitted infection, but yeah, this was super common.
Yeah, well, fucking, hey, they
They
ain't got
don't do
anything else
anything.
to do.
It's all they do all day is just fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, why not? They live through wars.
Yeah, but they use walkers and stuff. They've thrown out hips.
Yeah, I guess you got to really want it. And apparently they do. Much Up Pirate threw a dolly, said photo dump is in the AAA Not Safe for Work channel. Oh, you legend. I forgot Abigail Morris and Tig Old Biz and Nikki Huntsman, who was a sweetheart, giving selfies for tips. So I gave her one. And then some cash. Heyo! Good work, Much Up Pirate. I'm happy you had a good weekend, and I hope it was worth the money, buddy. It was like meeting a smutty celebrity. Yeah. Thankfully, they're not old as fuck. What else we got? Oh, this is fun, right? So J.K. Rowling issues sarcastic response to planned boycott of Harry Potter series, right? There's HBO, who make the best fucking Sunday night shows ever. They really, really, really capitalised on the fact that people get depressed as fuck on Sunday night. So that's when they went, do you know what? Have some Game of Thrones. Have some Westworld. So now they're doing this. The fucking moth is back. Now they're doing a Harry Potter series. It's HBO. I can't think of anyone better to make these things. And of course, it's J.K. Rowling. You remember when Hogwarts Legacy came out and that boycott that was insanely successful? Well, it made people angry, didn't it? So now people are going to try and boycott the Harry Potter series.
It'll work this time.
Oh, of course it will. Yeah, it's just never really been tried properly before, you know? She said, as forewarned is forearmed. I've taken the precaution of laying in a large stock of champagne. At this point, she just does not give a fucking shit. And I love it.
And nor do I blame her either. Like, this shit is ridiculous.
Like, the amount of fucking syndication she gets from the fucking books, they're still paying off. Merchandise, still paying off. Harry Potter World, still paying off. Games, and, I mean, the fucking movies, and now you've got the HBO series. She actually gives money to charity to stop herself from being a billionaire. So she's constantly spewing out this fucking cash just so she ain't got to pay extra tax. Which, again, I'm down for that. And then she comes around and starts trolling all of these people who are saying if you play this game and if you watch this show, then you're literally killing trans people. Well, I bought the deluxe edition, but of course that was before I came out as trans. Bob Hoskins Mario through $3 said, if the Summer of Love broke out in England, how quickly would the SAS have cleaned it up? I just saw Who Dares Wins, and Lewis Collins looks like he could kick anyone's ass. Well, the thing is, there's very much a stoic and wistful melancholy when it comes to being British, and we just kind of let it happen. It'd be like, they'll run out of steam at some point. They'll get all tuckered out and just fall asleep. That's the way it happens, although some people do get really pissed off and have been assaulting Extinction Rebellion when they've been blocking a van full of workmen just trying to get to fucking lunch.
They kind of deserve it.
They
do.
do.
Be honest.
They fucking do. You don't fuck with any man who's driving a white van, because you don't know what's in the back of that, man. And it could be people. And Fucklesnuck, fucking Fucklesnuck, threw $1, said, speaking of J.K. Rowling, we live in a timeline where she acknowledged that TJ, the amazing atheist, shoved a banana up his ass. The Chris Chan dimensional merge is nigh.
It is. He's out and on the loose. You don't know what he's doing. CPU.
Have you seen the tweets from him?
That's Mandela effect, isn't it?
Have you seen the tweets from him? He said something like, transphobes actually just secretly want to suck trans dick. I was like, well, does that mean that you want to fuck God?
Oh, that's nice. You wouldn't fuck God?
I mean, probably, but that's irrelevant.
God already fucked me because I exist.
But he's just had the hottest takes I have ever seen the past few months. Actually, it's not murder if you kill a Republican because they're not people, they're not sentient. Like, who hurt you, buddy?
He went off the deep end, didn't he? At some point, you can't really put your finger on when it happened, but it happened.
I can.
Can you?
It was the encounter with the bear conductor. That did it. That was the inciting incident.
The bear conductor?
I don't know what he's talking about either.
Okay, so many moons back, Christopher.
Should Sinatra go get your slippers and pipe? Like,
no, this is actually a quick story. Christopher Weston Chandler, who he was born as, encountered the animatronic animals they got at Chuck E. Cheese, the band, and whatnot. Yeah. And they talk because there's a speaker in them. There's a person sitting off to the side talking through a microphone, to make it seem to the kids like the Chuck E. Cheese and whatnot are all talking, but they're not. They're just animatronic, animals.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, in case Drunken doesn't.
No,
but
you're cool.
You don't have Chuck E. Cheese.
So he goes to the mall.
No, we don't. But I have seen Five Nights at Freddy's.
So he goes to the mall, and there's a bear conductor there who's just a little mini orchestra conductor who's like a big old bear. And a young Christopher, starts talking to this bear, and he thinks the bear is real, but it's actually just a dude, talking to him through a microphone and a speaker, and they're going back and forth. He thinks that this is some magical creature, and misunderstands when he says his name. My name is Christopher. He thinks it's Christian, so he's calling him Christian. So he thinks that he's been dubbed by this magical creature as Christian. That's my real name. It's an accident that I was born Christopher, named that. So this was the magical encounter that changed his life. And he went to his parents and said, no, my real name is Christian. His parents were okay with that and actually legally changed his name. That was
I've been dubbed by the bear thusly. Where I got confused is because we were talking about TJ, the amazing atheist, not Christian.
I thought we were talking about Christian.
So when you said the bear conductor, I'm going, what?
We weren't even remotely close to talking about fucking Christian.
I thought we were still talking about Christian. Why'd you... As soon as I said Christopher Weston Chandler, why'd you just go wait?
I thought you were just going somewhere with it.
Well, I let him do it. It's very British. You just let him peter out.
What? Letting Peter out.
Yeah. Peter out. Yeah, run out of steam.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
First TJ, now Chris Chan, now Peter. What the fuck is going on? It means rock.
I have no doubt that there would be some horrible traumatic incident in TJ's past.
Yeah.
Because, he's shoving bananas up his ass. He was willing to move so he could smoke weed legally when he was smoking weed just fine in the state he lived in. it wasn't legal there, so he moved out of like protest to a state with higher taxes. Why? The guy makes extremely stupid decisions and really hot takes. The guy's been making stupid decisions his entire fucking time on YouTube. It just happened to come along at the right time to, a loud, angry guy.
There was a time when he was amusing to watch. Back in the golden age of bedroom feminists, when they just roamed free around the earth. But then, that's what I'm saying. He went off at the deep end at one point, and obviously went off the deep end. That suggests that it was a sudden thing, but it was a slow merging into some very, very muddied water.
Yeah, maybe he never had an inciting incident. He was just the internet and his own personality that he had created online slowly drove him fucking crazy. I don't know.
That's the only thing I could think of.
I enjoyed that story time, though, Polly. That was great. Even though you were talking about the wrong thing. That's like, me and Sinatra went to visit our grandfather in the care home. And God, that was a great story, Grandpa. But in the car ride back to the house, he's going like, Grandpa's not okay, is he? No, he's not, son. No.
Nancy, thank you for the $5. That's why Chris says, God and the Bear. Yeah. He thanked for years the Bear Conductor online on his live streams.
Thank you, Bear Conductor.
Yeah, because that was the person who gave him direction in life, tragically.
Or
the magical creature.
We don't talk about Chris Chan on this show. It's not allowed. Not since the incident. So let's move on. California drug dealer escapes with 60 pounds of sheriff's meth during failed sting. This was fucking brilliant. 60 pounds. Right, yeah, failed sting. Oh, there should be a brand new word for how much of a fuck up this is. Yeah, they go, they always keep this shit in evidence, don't they? And they're like, all right, we're going to use all this meth to entrap this guy, and then we're going to arrest him. But no, he fucking took the meth and drove off, and he got away. There's a guy out there with 60 pounds of meth for nothing, and it's police quality, Polly.
What does that mean?
This means it's been tested to be actual meth. There ain't no chili powder in this shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You done gone fucked up. Well, that's in America, but what is going on in the rest of the world? Well, that is a great question, Sinatra. Swedish company's tiny IKEA flat pack car is eco-friendly and a bargain at $8,000. I hate it too. I have seen people build shelves which immediately fall down. I would not get into a car which someone has been entrusted to build themselves.
No.
That's not how. You've got a bigger chance of me eating a cheesecake from someone who looks like me. Polly, would you get in that car?
Not to go on the highway. No. To drive around a golf course or your backyard or whatever the fuck? Yeah, of course.
How big is your backyard?
Well, whatever. Like, if you got, woods behind you or whatever, I mean, I don't.
You come from a rich family, don't you? Like, you've got woods.
No, I don't.
We own land.
Well, there's people that... okay, now I understand in the middle of, Glastonbury Shire on Pond or wherever you live.
Pond.
I understand the housing crunch in the UK. I get it. It's fucked up, and I'm by proxy upset for you over it. But there's places in the United States where you can fucking move that are out there. I mean, Sin, back me up on this. Where you could own land, you move to Georgia, move to the bush, and you can have acres behind you. It's fine.
Yeah, you can literally buy a farm size land that's just empty.
Yeah, if you're willing to live way out. Beautiful land. If you go very south in Virginia, before you get into the next state, it's beautiful land. You're very far away from the city, so
it's all country roads in West Virginia. Yeah.
Well, I said South Virginia. Stop it.
I mean, South Virginia. I guess it scans, doesn't it? Well, hey,
it could work.
Streamlabs.com/drunkenuncle. Buy me some woods. I will move to America for the trees.
Why would a fake British lady 300 years into the future that's being torn apart by an android start singing Country Roads? That's one of the big problems I have with Alien Covenant.
Did you just call me a fake British lady? I am trans, you bastard.
I don't know if you remember Alien Covenant. Elizabeth Shaw. Played by Noonie Rapace, so fake English.
It's
lady.
not a name, is it? It's not a name.
No, it's really not. It's clear you're some pan-Euro thing.
It's an STI.
Yeah. She's being torn apart, like, dissected or vivisected, really, by some insane android, David. And she's singing Country Roads, and that's what gets fucking transmitted out into space, and the ship Covenant picks it up. Like, that's so dumb. It's one of many problems with that film.
But then in Kingsman: The Golden Circle, just before he blows up, the Scottish character is singing "Take Me Home, Country Roads" as he stood on a landmine.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many songs about wanting to get home and lost in the. Is John Denver just selling his shit cheap? Is that what's happening?
Gotta be in it.
Yeah.
Falling on hard times as old John Denver.
I mean, he's got to get his meth from somewhere and buy his little IKEA cars to motor around his backyard.
Well, I mean, you could get it off of this guy right here. He's got fucking enough meth right now. He's selling it for cheap right now. It's flat packed. You got to cook it yourself. Right, let's move
He's
on.
meth flush.
What's been going on in Plymouth? Great fucking question again. Police who stopped driver found £10,000, that is the currency, of cocaine, a lamb, and a bag of chips. Here's the photo.
Oh, it's a live lamb. That's adorable.
Aww.
I thought it was like a lamb set for cooking or whatever. It's a little lamb.
Actual lamb.
It's adorable.
It is. Look how tiny it is. I love it. So he's got meth, chips, and a lamb. All right.
Yeah. It looks like I think the lamb was eating the chips. Is that all right? Because you see the bag is open right there, and I'm assuming the cocaine is in that plastic carrier bag right there. And the lamb, it looks like is bleating, but it's actually going, I know my rights. I ain't got to say shit.
That's awesome.
A fucking live lamb just stood on the backseat of a car. I just didn't expect it. I, like you, thought it was like he stole some meat.
Yeah.
But then I look at the photo and went, my God, that's brilliant. Lil Mo Sislak says, compo face? I think we might have to make a special exception for this one here. I think that is compo face. It's got to be, hasn't it? It's a live lamb. No one expected that. Even the lamb
pulled him over.
Yeah, this is what the fuck. Hold on, I gotta take a photo. The wife ain't gonna believe this. Thank you, Plymouth Live. Yeah. Yeah, right. What the fuck is going on in Plymouth? Well, over to The Guardian now. Widow sues US cruise line after husband's body stored in drinks cooler. This is Celebrity Cruises. A man died and he was kept in a drinks cooler for 6 days. And if your next question is, did he rot? Then the answer is yes. Yes, he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I take it they didn't have a morgue.
Do you know, this is something I
You would
learned.
think they should.
This is something I learned off the back of this. Cruise ships do actually have a morgue on board.
I figured a cruise ship that size would have a full medical suite, including a morgue. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they do. They do.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Da Vinci?
The problem is Ridley Scott has become a hack. Most of his work is anti-religious in some way or another. The movies are good on their own, but I can't stand the new direction.
That is Orin Doomhammer OFC for 1503. Ridley
Odin
Scott.
Hammer.
Who says Orin?
Nope, it's Odin.
Odinhammer.
Oh, again, the R and the D are close. They are next to each other. Maybe he mistyped his own name. That's fair enough. In which case, Odin Hammer. Fair enough.
It's Orin Doom, but I just call him Odin Hammer.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Odin Hammer it is then. Fair enough. Just like Neo Tokyo. Where is Neo Tokyo? We haven't seen her in ages. What do you think about that, Polly? You're the Ridley Scott dick sucker. Do you think his work has turned anti-religious?
I'm not actually. I am a Blade Runner super fan. Yeah. He's not wrong. Owenhammer's not wrong. Like anti-religious, I might want to, I don't know, probably relabel that a little bit. But no, you're not wrong that it is a ongoing theme. What does death mean? What does it mean to be a human being? The guy's been making this like the same thematic film since like 1982, since Blade Runner. If you think about the themes in Blade Runner, they're identical to the themes going on in Prometheus.
That's
What
a good
is
point.
with him?
That is a good point. Yeah. Write a book, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not writing the script, but because he's only written one script. That's it. He's a director, not a writer.
The same script over and over.
But he insists to the writers, here's the themes that you're going to write about. Now, the big mistake is getting the guy who wrote Lost to be able to write a script with heavy-duty themes that actually go somewhere. That's a mistake.
Oh, God.
Because he's clearly not capable.
Yeah.
And as he's demonstrated again and again.
Wait, Lost the
You know-
TV series?
Yeah.
That was
It's
Ridley
the same guy who wrote
Scott?
Prometheus.
No.
Yes, absolutely. That's why they're both so heady, yet senseless and
What?
rudderless.
I liked Prometheus.
I like
Yes,
Prometheus as
it
well.
was
I've
me.
described it as the somebody did it online. Who was it? I liked it as well. I've seen it a few times, but I've described it as the most beautifully shot mess ever put to film.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous. Like Ridley Scott is an incredible filmmaker in terms of his cinematography and his pacing and everything. It's all fantastic, but it's like, where does it all go? Who knows? The acting talent, Fassbender. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck,
Oh,
that guy
yeah.
he never fails. Ever.
No, he doesn't. He delivers, mate.
Yeah, I enjoy the film, except let's not pretend that it goes somewhere. And people made whole hour-long videos explaining, you're all morons, let me explain where all of this goes. And it's, no.
Well, I mean, Prometheus didn't make sense because it came down to one deleted scene, which actually holds the whole film together. Like, plot-wise. But for some reason, the most important scene they decided to delete.
Yeah, hey, here's an idea. This fucking jackass came out with a book in the 1970s called Chariot of the Gods, and aliens came down and helped build the pyramids and all this other stuff, and aliens are God, and Jesus was an alien, and so forth. And it's like, oh God, in an earlier version of this fucking script, Damon Lindelof,
The Bible.
is that the guy? Yeah, well, in an earlier version of the script, Jesus was an alien.
Yeah.
He was one of the blue dudes. Or
I can
giant
see
white
that. A
dudes.
white man in the Middle East. I can see that.
Yeah. Huge with massive pecs and abs and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
9
Oh,
feet
mate,
tall.
yeah. He was fucking hench, wasn't he? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he'd fit right in and everyone would follow him. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, and Idris Elba, absolutely. There wasn't the whole spate of acting talent in that film did a good job. Even fucking South African guilt queen. What's her name?
Sigourney Weaver.
No, she's not South African at all. Not even a little bit.
Bit of a queen there.
She's a gay man?
No, I mean, like, as in, Yas, Slay Queen.
Oh, like that. Eric Von Daniken. Thank you, Mike Savage. Yeah, Chariot of the Gods, Eric Von Daniken. Like, I mean, that book is really bad. It's a stupid idea. Let it go already. I mean, History Channel made an entire fucking, Ancient Aliens, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when did that start happening? The Discovery Channel just became about fucking...
No, it was History Channel, but yeah, they just got rid of their actual history
yeah.
content.
Yeah, right.
How many years can we talk about World War II? And it's Charlize Theron. Thank you, Zed Hero. And, Estonia.
Charlie Theron.
Yeah. She used to be good, used to be great. And then she became like an emaciated old woman adopting children all over the world, like the other one there.
She was in Westworld, which is another HBO show.
I mean, go back and watch Devil's Advocate, which is a very
Great movie.
unlikely good film. Like
Great
it
movie.
should be good, but it rocks. You know what
Oh, it does. I mean, that fucking Al Pacino's fucking monologue when he has revealed he's the devil. It was just who can honestly say the 20th century didn't entirely belong to me. Oh, fucking
Right.
brilliant.
When he's talking about lawyers as the tool of the infernal realms is fantastic. It's like, we're coming out, guns blazing, we're ready to go.
Been a minute since we've had a handgun hambone.
It has been, and I appreciated it. Odenhammer, thank you for the $7 and the handgun hambone. Still got my timing down. Don't get me wrong, Polly. I love the movies. You should check out Raised by Wolves. He is directing it. It's a series about atheists versus space crusaders.
Aliens
I will
versus
look
aliens.
into that. That's bizarre. Okay.
All right, well, let's continue with this because Sinatra has a very important stream to get to quite soon. So, dead body, drinks cooler. I guess the beers, had to go somewhere else, and we're warm. Indian man urinating on train track dies after being hit by flying cow. It's about the headlines.
What?
Yes. Yes.
How?
That is the correct answer. Right. Here's what happened. I did look into this. So, Indian man urinating on train tracks dies after being hit by flying cow. He's on the train tracks. Further down the line, a cow got hit by a train which was going insanely fast and landed on this guy who was just having a quiet piss. That's literally what fucking happened, right?
Dude, if this happens to you, you did something in your life to deserve it.
You pissed off God.
You're in India, and so it's very like, or it happened in India.
Where cows are holy as well, mate.
Yeah, you've been reincarnated from something. So what did you do in a previous life?
You literally got smacked by a whole... This is like a cross flying out of nowhere and killing somebody.
This is biblical. A pensioner in
this
India.
This person did something to deserve this.
He was killed when he was struck by a cow that was tossed 30 meters up into the air after it was hit by an express train. Fuck! It says the freak accident, whereas I think no, this is definitely the holy retribution of a heathen. Right? Clearly.
You know what my issue is here? How is this not your titular article? Like, what have you got in store for us that this isn't your titular article?
I mean, my titular article is fucking brilliant. I went out for a quick pint, as I want to do on a Monday, to get the fun flowing, and I told the old men in the pub about the titular article, and they went, no. So it is a good. Look, this didn't make it, so we've got something good to look forward to. But yeah, hit by a flying cow. Once again, it's all in the headline, isn't it? God bless you, India. Keep it coming, I say. Lisa says, what is the airspeed of an unladen flying cow? Is that a European or an Indian cow? And Dookie Shoe says, dude ate a hamburger. In India, hamburger eats you. Man woke up to find his dog and chewed his toe. Well, yeah, that was the crime here, I guess. Moo, bitch, get out the way. Man woke up to find his dog and chewed his toe to the bone.
Good lord.
Yeah, we've also got a warning. Says this article contains an image of the wounded toe, so we won't be turkey manning ourselves right here. But yeah, dog. You said earlier on about what was it? Zebi the cat was going to eat the woman. It ain't just cats, mate. This dog, he wasn't even hungry. He was just bored. How do you sleep through that, by the way?
It was the goddamn title. It wasn't Turkey Man.
It was the Turkey Man.
It was the stream title.
It was the Turkey Man.
You don't know that.
I do. We all know that. It was the Turkey Man, which is why your stream got taken down.
It said violated community standards. That is all. It offered
then
no
it said
stamp.
-Turkey Man.
I'll bring Turkey Man on again and prove you wrong.
Don't do it. I don't want to see that again. Molly Akari says at least the cats wait till you're dead. And Advocata says he slept through his toe being eaten. Damn, I know, right? Fucking Valium, mate.
Chewed on, too.
Yeah. To the bone. Fucking hell. Man's best friend right there. Jesus Christ. Belgian town organises seagull imitation championship. Well, remember last week we had the seagull on a leash?
Yeah.
It's not like I've just been Googling seagull news. This shit just pops up sometimes. And it's actually not the only seagull-based news we have today. But in Belgium, which, it's a Belgian town, which really does not like it when you call beer champagne. There is a competition for the best imitation of a seagull.
Like it was in cawing or whatever the fuck they do?
No, they mean stealing fucking snacks off of children. Yes, of course they mean cawing.
Wow, you make it sound like they don't do both equally.
They do. Seagulls are fucking assholes. But that's not all we got. But how do you get rid of a seagull? Well, you got to scare them off, haven't you? Like in Blackpool, they've got a zoo is recruiting human seagull deterrents. Is this combo face? Is that?
Where's the human? Oh, like what?
Where's the
I didn't look at the hands. I just thought it was a giant plastic statue. Why?
Not compo face, but this is blackface.
How stupid are seagulls? They think that's a giant eagle?
It's blackface. Sinatra called it. Now you can do the car crash. That's someone's job, Sin.
You're pretending to be a bird. Why are you stealing bird culture?
Bird culture. Nice. Sure, who says I can see Drunken doing that job? Well, yeah, in that case, you are just ahead, aren't you, really? Zed Hero says bird face. I mean, whatever happened to just chasing seagulls off? I mean, scarecrows do the job for free, don't they? But I guess they are really more focused on crows than they are seagulls. That's an American eagle, by the way. This is in Blackpool.
So, like, okay, what is the idea? That if you don't have a moving person or moving scarecrow, they won't be scared, so you need to move occasionally?
Yeah.
They couldn't have developed something that just automatically moves a little bit? I'll invent it. Like, if you need it that bad, Blackpool, pay me.
You're just going to invent something that moves?
Yeah, it won't be hard. A couple of servos and, that's it. A solenoid here and there, and an electrical system that on a timer just, moves a little bit.
I think you're overcomplicating it. You just need one of them wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men.
That too. Yeah, just a little fucking electric fan that runs at the bottom and the arms flail. Just paint it brown and put an eagle head on it.
You've got to even be an eagle. Because this is in Britain. Like, the seagull's looking at it going, that's a fucking American eagle. Where am I? This is bullshit. That is clearly a man in a costume. I'm not scared. There was a man the other week got arrested for abusing a seagull. I'm not scared of this piece of shit. I can do what I want. I'm a goddamn seagull. Alex says otherkin. Yeah, this is that person's identity, probably. Fucking hell.
Two-spirit.
What else have we got? Well, it's science-based news, Polly. This is plastic wrap made from seaweed, withstands heat, and is compostable. It's good news for the technology sector. There's plastic absolutely fucking everywhere. Well, mainly in the Middle East, so not really our issue. But this it's made of seaweed and it breaks down. It's good. It's a good invention.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't keep seagulls away though. Do you want some compo face? Some real compo face? Here's some real compo face. Boy 11 bombarded with X-ray messages and topless snaps after putting a new SIM card in his first mobile phone. How'd you like that, compo face?
That I would believe that's Getty Images.
That ain't, well, it's not. That ain't where it ends. Right there. There's another one as well. There's a boy in question and the fella holding up the phone looking somewhat dismayed. Is that enough for you? Well, it doesn't matter because there's more. What do we got next? Oh, cover the child's eyes for the photographer. And it's just one of the dad on his own looking angry. Yeah, okay. How'd you like that compo face, Polly? You love it, don't lie. On to the titular article. Today's episode of the AAA meeting is brought to you by the tagline Uber Error, and this is some of the best space news I've ever fucking seen. The radio of the ISS, International Space Station, was cut off by that of an Argentinian taxi.
Wow. Love it.
Right, so during a spacewalk around the International Space Station, two cosmonauts heard an Argentinian taxi driver the fault of the radio.
Jesus.
How fucking brilliant is that? Are you happy with your long distance plan?
I am.
Big fuck up.
That is an Uber error. I fucking loved it. I was laughing so much. Can you imagine being the Argentinian taxi driver or the cosmonaut at this point? But what do you say? What's the weather like down there?
You're a taxi driver. You're thinking, it's a good thing that I spent the tens of thousands of dollars on the ultra shortwave radio that I have in that giant radar dish. They laughed at me, but the International Space Station picked me up. God damn it!
I mean, how many taxi drivers can say they've had a conversation with a person in space? Not very many. Oh, Warren, not very many at all. I'm willing to put money on that. And you may not consider yourself news.
That was good news.
Thank you. Coming from Sinatra, the newsman. That certainly gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling in the area where the warm and fuzzy feeling goes. Right, should we... Sinatra, you got to go off over to your stream, but should we have a couple of questions before you get out?
Sure.
People of the chat, if you have any questions for myself, Sinatra says, or Polybobs, whack them in the chat, and, we'll answer a couple. Sin, besides the stream, have you got anything else for us?
Yeah, I got a video going up on the Sin and Sass channel. Go ahead and check that out.
Hey, the Sin and Sass channel. If you're not subscribed to it already, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but it certainly isn't worthy of getting hit by a flying cow. Polly, you got anything?
What? No, next Wednesday. Yeah.
What's happening next Wednesday?
What? Do I got anything coming up? Not until AAA. No.
Oh, this Wednesday?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we've got next Wednesday as well, you know. I mean, we're here thrice weekly.
Yes.
People don't say the word thrice enough.
They don't say betwixt either. It doesn't mean
I
it's
say
wrong.
betwixt and in twain. I said in twain today.
You did.
Well,
Yes.
thank you very much. It's recognized. It's good to get the recognition. Thank you, Polly. You mean a lot to me.
Good.
Steve Dave says, Drunkle, the fuck are you doing after the stream? Well, Sinatra texted me earlier on. He says, do you mind if I stream after the AAA? And I went, yeah, how long is it going to be? Anyway, I'll be this long. I went, all right, okay, it'll be a bit late. So, I won't do a Twitch stream. I'll probably just watch a movie instead. And Sinatra went, yeah, what's John Wick 4? So that's what I'm going to be doing, because that was actually an astoundingly good shout. Sharu says, Drunkle, do you have jelly bean toothpaste? Is that toothpaste for jelly beans, or jelly bean flavour, or made of jelly beans? Does jelly bean have teeth over there? I've not seen jelly bean toothpaste, and I'm going to be honest, I don't fucking want to. I did have orange toothpaste when I was younger, because I don't like mint. Really, I was waiting for some outrage there, guys. You don't like mint?
I love mint.
Yeah.
Thanks, patio
I'm
furniture.
partial.
Partial to mint. Zed the Snarky says, do you recognise the cows on the train tracks? I do not recognise the cows on the train tracks. Well, that is it then, guys. This show is over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, then don't go joyriding with a lamb just yet. We're going to be back on Wednesday on the Polybob channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm AST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30am on Christmas Island, with news, games, and banter that will make you literally die. Head over to Sin. What channel are you hosting a stream
I'll
on?
be on the Silent Sin.
You got a link that you want to smack in the chat there?
You want to take a second to try to redo that sentence?
You got a link that you want to smack in the chat there?
Bang.
Oh, right, okay. I thought I fucked up. Are you called Silenced and Forgotten?
It's the main channel. I want it, disassociated from me as much as physically possible.
I see. I like it, and it's a good name. So head on over there, guys, where Sinatra Strew will be starting, well, whenever he's good and fucking ready. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us, guys. If it's way past your bedtime, then, well, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for all the generous donations. The best goddamn chat online. And don't call a taxi from space.
Or space.
Yeah, right. Space has had it far too easy for far too long.